Hey guys, I wanted to show you real fast how I made my Eye of the Future composite for my son. He's recently gotten into Ironman and the Avengers, and so I thought that it would be pretty cool to do like a Tony Stark tech inspired composite. So here we go. So I made a background copy after placing this background that I found from DeviantArt, and I'll make sure that I have links posted. And I added a Gaussian blur to give me the depth of field that I wanted. And then I cut my son out of a previous photo and added him. And then I added a little bit of blue coloring from here to here. These that are clipped to just my son's layer, these are just me trying to get him more blended into the background here. So then with this one, I added a new layer and changed it to, actually it's just normal. It's normal blend mode, and I just added more blue, and I just took color samples of the background here and added it to him, just brushed it on him. And then this one is a new layer, and it's in overlay blend mode, and it is the bright blue. I took samples of this bright blue back here right behind him, and I just added it to his shoulders and the side of his head here and here. And that is just backlighting him from the light coming through the space station. And then I added a layer and just cleaned up his face a little bit. I probably should have done that before, but anyway. And then this one, I added a curves layer, and I brought the highlights up like pretty dramatically. Like there it is, I just drug it up. And this one is the brightness in his eyes. It's a cool little trick for fixing like eyes if they're really dark like that. Like I still have the catch lights in there, but you can't see any of the eye color. So curves adjustment layers will fix that. Then I wanted his eye color. I wanted one eye to be blue, and this one is not clipped. I just zoomed in and painted really close on his iris, and I turned it blue. And then it was a little too blue for me, so I just added a hue saturation layer and clipped it to his eye color layer and just brought down that blue just a tad, the saturation and everything, to make it closer to his, yeah, it's a star. Sorry. I just made it closer to his blue in his shirt. Okay, so now I was working on the tech around his eye. Okay, so, and these are just some free tech looking brushes that I found on DeviantArt. So I just created a new layer, and this one is in normal blend mode, and I just stamped using a white brush, and then I added an outer glow, and the outer glow is color sampled to this light blue. And then I added the outer, and it's in hard light. And I added the same outer glow to that. Then I wanted the blue around his eye. So this one is in overlay blend mode, and it's the same color blue that I sampled here. And I just stamped it and then brushed some of it off that I didn't want. I didn't want the blue like in the white of his eye, and I didn't want the blue on the color of his eye either. Okay, and then I created an eye burst. See the before and after there? And it's in soft light blend mode, and just to give it sort of like a more 3D look. And then I created another layer, and I wanted something in the iris to make him look a little bit more cyborg looking. So that's where that is. And then from this point, these are just overall adjustments to sort of bring it together. I created a curves to make it more dramatic. This is just another correction that I found, and I just took a stamp of everything that I'd previously done by holding Control, Alt, Shift, and E, and then I inverted it. And what I did with this was, he had like a little piece of reflection in his eye over here in the corner. So there's the before and the after, and I missed it during the other cleanup, so I just went ahead and did it here. So this one is kind of just personal preference. Then I added a levels adjustment to bring out his highlights, and bring out the highlights in pretty much the entire photo. And then I wanted more brightness just on him, so I added more brightness. And then I added some shadows here in the back. And that was it. So here's the before, and there's the after. Thanks.